Hey everybody, it's Liz, and I'm just here to share a really quick project for you. This project is for Sacrafters design team, and I made this project as a special request to my little girl, Kayla, who wanted me to make something for our door. She said, kids always miss our house because we don't really decorate at the outside, so she thought I should make something to show them that we are giving out candy. So I decided to make this cute little door hanger, and that was the other request, that I make it cute, not so scary, so the kids, wouldn't be afraid to knock on our door. So that's why this is kind of cutesy. But anyways, guys, I started off with, just the regular wood door hangers you can find at Joann's, and I think I did get this one at Joann's for like 79 cents, really inexpensive. And the paper collection that I used is an old one by Fancy Pants, and my paper pad is, as you can see, completely apart, but it's called October 31st, and I used a combination of the 6x6 paper pad and the 12x12. And I just love this collection because it's got a lot of really fun colors besides just the traditional, black, purple, and orange. So I really like this paper pad. But so that's what I did, and I covered the front and back with, a piece of paper from the collection, and in this case I had to use a 12x12 because this is bigger than 6x6. So I covered it with Mod Podge. I went ahead and sanded all the edges after I used my X-Acto knife to trim it down, and then all the edges are inked with the black soot. Hopefully you guys can see that. And then what I did is I did a little bit of masking right on top, and most of it got covered up by some of the cheesecloth that I used. And this mask here is by Crafters Workshop, and it is the tree branch. It's got like kind of looks like a bunch of little dried up branches, and so I kind of just used a little bit of modeling paste, and I used stencil here to create the little tree branches. So I thought that came out really neat, but most of it did get covered up by this cheesecloth. I added cheesecloth to the top to mimic, like some sort of, like rolling fog or, dark clouds coming in. And I wasn't really too thrilled with the way that it came out. It didn't come out as I pictured it, but once you adhered it on there, you really can't take it off. So it is what it is, but it's still, it serves a purpose. So I've got little bits of cheesecloth on there, and then I used lots of little chipboard pieces from Saw's shop. She's got some amazing Halloween pieces right now, you guys, and this is one of them. This is the chipboard bat, and it's huge, as you can see. I mean, not huge, but it's a decent size, and it's just awesome. And all I did is I painted it black, using some black acrylic paint, and I used this really cool glitter by Martha Stewart. It's that little. It's in a little bottle like this, and it's really, really fine, and it's just super shimmery. I love this glitter. And I just basically took a brush and Mod Podge, used some Mod Podge on the chipboard piece once I painted it, and then I just poured the glitter on top. And it came out fabulous. Love the way that it came out. And here's another wonderful piece from Saw's shop, and this is actually a wood piece, and I absolutely love this. It is, one of those lanterns, and you get 2 in a pack, and they're just so fun to work with. I wanted to do a lot of different techniques on all the chipboard pieces, so on this one, obviously to give it a metallic look, I went ahead and painted it a gunmetal color, and then I used some silver embossing powder right on top. And I hope you guys can see that, but it gives it like a really grainy texture, and it does really look like metal. It came out really, really neat. And for the top, on the light part, all I did is I cut out a piece of cardstock in, like a yellow color, and I backed it to the back of each of the little lanterns. I glued it with some glossy accents, and then on the inside, hopefully the camera is able to pick it up, but I used some glossy accents on the inside as well, inside each of these little, I guess, little crevices, whatever you want to call them. But that way it looks really bright and looks like a, like a real light. So I think that came out really cool. And then down here I just have this little epoxy sticker. It's by Martha Stewart. It's from, and I don't remember where I got it, but it's really, really old. And I just added like the little spider web on there right underneath the lantern. I thought that looked really neat. And then down here is the little spider from the, it jumped off, and now it's kind of walking along the ledge here. I thought that was really cute. Sorry, this isn't focusing. And let's see, moving on, for the bottom, because I said I wanted to make it really cute, I wanted to use my little girl here. And this is a stamp by Stampendous, I believe that's what it's called. And I picked it up at Michael's actually a couple of Halloweens ago, right after Halloween, so it was like on clearance for like $3. Really, really cute stamp, and I've used it on some cards before, but she is so stinking cute. I love her. And of course I colored her with a combination of Copics and color pencils, using the mineral spirits to blend the colors. Her hair and her skin are colored with the Copics. The rest of the image is colored with the color pencils. And so I used a combination of like blacks and purples to kind of, you know, give it this shaded look and stuff. I think it came out really cute. And you know, her dress and her little boots, so cute. And of course this little cat, he is really cute as well. And for his little whiskers I used a silver gel pen to just kind of go over his little whiskers. I thought that was neat. And I did the same thing for this little necklace or little charm thing that she's got in her hat. Hopefully you guys can see that, but it's like a little silver gel pen to just, you know, give it a metallic look on the watch and the chain. And I thought that came out really neat. And then again, here the little pumpkin is just colored with some color pencils and a little candy on top as well. And I used archival ink to stamp her because I knew I was going to use, you know, Copics, and I didn't want the color to bleed, so I thought that was really neat. And there's some foam tape behind her to give her dimension. And for the background, all I did is I took a piece of black cardstock and I matted 2 pieces of pattern paper. And I went ahead and ripped one in half to kind of, you know, use different pieces of the paper. I wanted that torn look. And of course the edges are inked with the black soot here to kind of give it like a burned look, or aged, as you would, you know, depending on how you see it. But it's just 2 pieces of pattern paper on cardstock. I think that came out neat. Up here it just says Trick or Treats, and this is a clear sticker from the collection Fancy Pants. It's called October 31st. And it's got glitter on the letters, so I really didn't have to do anything but attach it on here. It's actually not a sticker, it's a die cut, but it's like an acetate die cut. So I used glossy accents on the back to adhere it to the paper. And I love the way it shimmers, really cool. And down here I have another beautiful chipboard piece from Sacrafters shop. Look how nice this pumpkin came out. It is so cool. And I love her chipboard pieces because they're so nice and thick and sturdy. It's not like a flimsy chipboard or anything, so you can do a lot of different things. With this one, all I did is I painted him a burnt orange color. I used a piece of cardstock to the back, you know, to show through on his eyes and his mouth. And then I used glossy accents on the inside as well. Hopefully you guys can see that. And after I painted him and I let the paint dry, I used the rock candy crackle that I love using over him to give him lots of crackle and texture. And I think it came out really neat. And then once that dried, I just went over all the edges of the pumpkin with some black soot to give it like a shadow. And I think it came out really neat. Down here, I just used a lot of cheesecloth again. I wanted to kind of give it a look like, you know, the fog rolling through the little city as she's trick-or-treating. So I've got some cheesecloth down here. And on the bottom, I've got this really cool fringe, or trim. It's like a ribbon trim with like these little dangles. It's really cute. I had a small piece left over from another project that I did, and I had picked this up at Joann's. So I just took a piece, adhered it to the front of the door hanger, and I also took the other piece and adhered it to the back. So it's kind of like a double layered look here on the little dangles. So I thought that came out really cute. And I think I've covered everything on the front, you guys. And so anyways, so basically when the kids come to trick or treat, this is what they're going to see, is this trick or treat, right? But once we're out of candy, we got to turn it around, and now it says out of treats. So that way the kids don't keep on knocking way after we run out of candy. So the back again is covered with the Fancy Pants paper, October 31st. And I just, again, you know, measured it out, or not measured it, but I traced around the wood door, cut it out, adhered it with some Mod Podge, not the wood door, but the wood hanger. You guys know what I'm talking about. See, I was sick for a while. I'm kind of getting back to my old self, but Yeah, so all the edges are inked with the black soot, you guys. And down here, up here, I should say, you could probably see the tree branches a little bit better. These are the ones I did with the Crafter Workshop stencil and some modeling paste. And I like the way that came out. They're really cool. I went over the tops of them with just a little bit of vintage photo to kind of give it that brown look. They look really neat. And I used another beautiful bat, another chipboard piece, and the same thing here. I just painted him black and then used, you know, this gorgeous Martha Stewart glitter on top. And just, it's beautiful how it shimmers. I love it. And for the back of the lantern, I knew you were going to be able to see it, so I just painted over the yellow cardstock that I used. I painted in that same silver color, and it kind of tones it down a bit so it's not as noticeable. For the bottom, I did the same thing, just cut out a piece of black cardstock, and I adhered 2 pieces of the pattern paper right on top, and I ripped it in half, as you can see here, and then I inked it with black soot. For the corners, I just took a stamp from my stash. They're these spider webs, and I used some silver embossing powder. I think those came out really neat. Here's another one of those little epoxy spider stickers by Martha Stewart, and these are really cute as well. The letters are just stickers from the same Fancy Pants collection, and I just kind of, they weren't as sticky as I would like. I used a little bit of glue just behind the sticker, and I just adhered them on there so it can say out of treats. So the kids know that we're out of treats. They don't keep knocking. And down here is another really cute chipboard piece from Sacrafters shop, and this one's really cute. It's a little smiley ghost. And for him, I took some picket fence crackle paint by Tim Holtz, and I gave him a nice thick layer. And I just love the way it crackles. Look how neat that looks, right? So many little itty bitty crackles. Or cracks, I should say. I love it. And then I went over him with a little bit of black soot on my sponge applicator, just to kind of tone him down a bit. Otherwise he would blend too much with the white background here. But I think he came out really, really cute. And he's cute because he's smiling, so he's non-threatening for the little kids. Down here, this is just an old punch that I have. I think it's a Martha Stewart punch. It's like for Halloween, it's like a little fence. And I just, you know, punched it out using some black cardstock, and I went over it. I dry brushed it with some gunmetal paint to give it that metallic look. So it looks like an old, distressed little picket fence. So I thought that came out cute. And again, some more cheesecloth down here at the bottom to mimic the fog. And here you can see on the other side the same little trim that I used on the front, the little danglies. So that is my project for Sacrafters shop. I think it came out really cute. And I think it's a really good idea to make one of these, you know, because you know how it is. I don't know how it is in your city, but the kids start early here, trick-or-treating. I mean, I'm talking like the sun ain't even out yet. I mean, the sun's still shining, and the kids are already knocking on my door. So we run out of candy extremely fast. And then, you know, I have to go take Kayla trick-or-treating once it gets dark. So it always comes in handy to put something outside so the kids know not to knock. And so, yeah. So this will be, you know, for the back, one's right of candy. And this is the front as an invitation to come knocking on your door and get a little treat. So really cute, very, very simple. And like I said, it was like a special request from my little Kayla bear. And yeah, it's really, really cute. Beautiful pieces from Sa's shop. I think that's what really makes the little door hanger really stand out. You know, all the beautiful chipboard pieces. And I love how you're able to do different techniques to each of them to get different effects, you know. So I think they came out really cool. I hope you guys like it. And go check out Sacrafters shop. She's got a ton of goodies right now, you guys. I know you guys seen some of her videos where she creates, you know, using a lot of her chipboard pieces, her wood pieces. She cuts all her own chipboard and her stencils and her wood pieces, and she's got a really good selection of Halloween items right now, and Halloween is just right around the corner. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and you guys, thank you so much for all your well wishes. I really appreciated that. I was, you know, pretty sick for about a week or so. I'm finally back, and can't wait to show you more projects. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, you guys. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all real soon. Bye-bye.